Have a good one.
Have a good one yourself. I'll see you out there.
All right. So that was the Kid Gore shelter with this good view. It was real cloudy at sunrise, so no epic sunrise today. This is Sunday, August the 9th. It is day 56. Planning to do a 15-mile day. See how that goes. We have, I believe it's Stratton Mountain to climb today, so it's about 9:30 in the morning. So we're getting an earlier start than yesterday. We'll see how it goes. We had a decent little uphill coming out of the shelter. Wasn't too strenuous, but we've been slogging through mud and climbing over rocks pretty much the whole time. I had forgotten I had to climb out of a gorge when I left camp. Which is probably a good thing. I have a little bit of a view here. Not much, but a little bit over the trees. So now that we're at the top, it's just going to be like a fairly flat cruise for a few miles. I may stop at the next shelter or close to it. Depends on how far it is from the trail. I have lunch. And then we'll climb Stratton Mountain, which has historical significance. Benton MacKaye got the inspiration for the AT on top of that mountain, so it'll be the first 4,000-foot mountain I've climbed since starting this AT hike. Of course, I'm not going to climb 4,000 feet, but hopefully there's some good views from up there. And the beavers love to put dams in Vermud. So I just left the Story Spring shelter, had lunch there, and now I'm climbing up all these rocks. Got worms hanging from spiderweb. Oh, it's it's a short little climb, and then it kind of levels out. And then we have one last water source. And then that Stratton Mountain. There's a couple other hikers gonna take the blue blaze around it. It made it sound tempting, but I can't justify it, so I'm gonna go over it. It'll be cool anyway. This is the footbridge over Black Brook. We're pretty much at the base of Stratton Mountain. I think there's a road crossing with a, said something about a monument and a river. And then we'll start the real climb. Has some nice camp spots here though. This is the bridge across just before the mountain climb. I'm going to stop here and take a break. Get right here under the shade of the bridge for a few minutes. So the parking area is right down the hill. And the climb begins. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It is 4:15. I got like 6 miles to go. So we should do good. Be kind of slow going uphill, but make up for it going down the other side maybe. Yep, 5.9 miles. So we just came up through that. So far it's just been a fairly gradual uphill, mud pits and roots, about like what we've been walking through for the last few days. We're at roughly 2,900 feet, so we still have about 1,000 feet to go. Probably the last 400 or so will get steeper. It's usually the way that goes. So we've kind of gotten to this flattened out section. We're around 3,300 feet. So it's not too bad at the moment. You can feel it's cooler, a degree or so. I'll probably freeze to death when I get to the top. All the sweat in my shirt. Speaking of my shirt, I think I'm going to have to get a different one. I had been wearing a nylon, a Duluth Trading Armachillo button-up shirt, and it got too big, so I sent it home and started hiking in my sleep shirt. And this Nike Dry Fit has like a mesh back, and I think that mesh has been rubbing under the pack. It's like my waist and lower back just raw. So like every jostle, every step, it hurts. So I don't think it's the pack though, because that's only where that mesh material's at. So I'll get into an outfitter, see about getting a different kind of shirt. But in the meantime, I just have to deal with it. Well, we're not to the top yet, but overall Stratton Mountain's not too bad. So that's southbound, the way we just came up. This is the way we're going. We're at a little over 3,700 feet. I don't know the exact height. The chart says, elevation chart in the AWOS puts it at close to 4,000, but it could be 3,800, 3,900, I don't know. Whew. I know this has turned out to be a tiring climb after 12-mile day or whatever we had done before we got here. 10 miles. But we're almost there. Take the pack off for a few minutes to take a break. And then it's downhill to Stratton Pond Shelter. It's definitely cooler up here. I mean, I'm still sweating, but it feels like I'm in a refrigerator. It's nice. Until I stop. Then I'll be freezing. We're at 3,881 feet. And it kind of leveled off. So I hope that means we're at the top. But it should mean we're pretty close, because these trees aren't much taller than I am. Stratton Mountain, something else. I had to take several pause breaks, but I did not stop for like a sit-down rest break. I'm waiting to do that when I get to the top. But I am ready for one. 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20. And then head on downhill to the shelter. We got a little bit more uphill, looks like. We made it, and it's 6:30. Let's see if we can get to the top of this. I couldn't get into the tower. There was a a chick in the top, or a female. I'm assuming a hiker. I heard her sneeze. It sounded like she was rummaging through a food bag from the bottom. Then when I got to the top, all was quiet, and the access panel wouldn't open. And the whole time I was up there, it was completely quiet. And when I get to the bottom, I start hearing rummaging around like an air mattress or whatever. Oh, whatever. This is a COVID-19 world, and we are out in the middle of a mountain. I'm a strange looking dude, so they're pretty close. But now we gotta do the 3 miles down this thing, and then we'll be at the Stratton Pond shelter. And I'm about ready to be done for the day. It'll be a 15-mile day. It'll be the second 15-mile day since I started this trek. The downhill is got all these springs running out of the mountainside. So it's a slippery slope. I'm tempted to stop and mix up something to drink, but it's hard to stop and take your pack off when you just put it back on. So going down Stratton Mountain hasn't been that bad. Once we got past the creek bed that they called the trail, it's been pretty good. A lot easier than going up it, I can tell you that. Whew. Got a little mini waterfall there. And another one up there. Looks like some nice clear water. So we're at the logging road. I got 1 more mile to the shelter. And it's 8:05. So it's pretty dark in these woods. I should be there by 8:30, give or take. It's a little uphill, but it's mostly continuing downhill. So it's not bad. 15-mile day in 11 hours. It's a great improvement over what it was just a couple of weeks ago. So I'm sure there'll be several people at the shelter. I've heard it's a nice fancy one. And it is a Sunday night, so who knows. But I'm gonna get some video of it in the morning. So unless something spectacular happens, or I see something spectacular, that'll be the end of this day. And then I have to figure out a plan for tomorrow and work in a resupply. I've got maybe just a day and a half after tonight. It'll be the first time I've had to worry about getting food. Usually I'm walking through somewhere, I've still got plenty.